Hey workforce, or anyone reading this blog. This is Cara, and here are my tips for memorizing work routines and how I have found ways to make it easier for myself. So I have a few things. First, know your music. That's the best way to help you. If you can sing along, that is by far going to help you memorize than if you don't know a song and you're just trying to memorize a dance without really knowing the song. So that's first and foremost. Second, see how the arms and legs coordinate with each other. Don't think of them as a separate entity. Okay, the arms do this, legs do this. See how they work together. Oftentimes the master crew members who do the choreography, they will have like right arm goes with left knee, and it's always that way, or the knee swivels to the left, so the arm swivels to the left, things like that. Try to see how they go together, and you can of course practice them separately, but it will help you figure out each section if you try to see how they work together. Okay, if that makes sense, and feel free to ask me questions if that doesn't make sense. Second, the maps. I find it really funny that when we have conversations on the Facebook group or when I have conversations with my fellow work instructors here in Iowa City, people don't use the maps as much as I do. Whenever I watch a new dance, what I do first is I watch it in full screen because I just want to watch the dance because I want to see if it's cool, if it's something that I like, if I want to share it. It might not be my style, or it might not work for the type of routine I'm looking for. You know, it doesn't matter, but I like to watch the dance first. Then I'll reduce the screen and I will watch the dance and then look at the map as I'm watching it. Say, oh, okay, section A, this is what they call it. Oh, that makes sense, because they name the moves for you and it really helps lock it in. And so I actually know for the majority of my work songs what the section letter is. Like, oh, this is section A, or this is section C. And everyone's brain works differently. That might not help you, but I think it is so valuable. So use the maps. The old videos that they don't have maps for, I make my own map for it. I come up with names and sections, and it helps. Just like they say, writing out notes, you know, as you're listening to something, or rewriting notes, or writing notes as you are reading something, is supposed to help you memorize better. Same for this. Last one, and I'm going to demonstrate with some music, so I'm hoping I wrote down the times for different sections. So the work choreographers will oftentimes match moves to lyrics, like the word heart. They might make, you know, a heart, or they might like cover their heart, okay? Or I don't know, dig. They might do a dig motion. I'm not sure. Lots of different options, but you can very much pick up on those. So there's a couple that I want to demonstrate with. The first one is Chains by Nick Jonas. This is one of my favorite kind of more moderate level of energy. I like to do between, you know, high energy songs to bring people's heart rate down a little bit. So the move for when Nick Jonas sings "You Got Me in Chains," Haley choreographed it so that you turn to the side and you're punching arms over each other, and then you turn to the other side, arms, okay? So if you imagine like your arms are in chains, right? So if you hear that in the music, then you'll know, oh, this is the part with chains. So here's that part. I'm going to turn up the volume. Here's that part right here. Here we go. And that's how it is for the whole song. That is the "You Got Me in Chains." That's the move. So you lock it in. You know that you're going to be doing that part, okay? So that's one way you can use the actual literal lyric to remember your move. Another one from Youngblood. This was choreographed by Danielle, and I just need to get to the right part here. So the part where they go, you're pushing, you're pushing, you're pushing away. She does a grapevine with her arms out and then pushing, pushing. arms out. So you've got like these flexed hands, like you're pushing and then push, push. Okay. So that's every time that part comes up, that's the move that you do. So let me find that little section. Here we go. Oops. I played chains. Okay. Sorry about that. Hold tight with me. Okay. Okay. So you're pushing, and every time he starts that section of the song, that's the move that you do. Okay. So that's one way where you can actually use the word to trigger the move. Other things, you can use lyrics in music to cue the next move. I have a couple examples of that from one of the new songs, Barbie Tings. This was choreographed by Lori. And there's one part where it says, he would still wife me. And then the next move is the little head snake, and then you stick up your hand like wedding finger. He would still wife me. Other side, he would still wife me. Okay, so I'm going to play that for you. So she says it during the end of one section, and then it goes into that head snake with the hand. So let me pull that up for you. So listen closely. Hold on. Right? And that song is a little chaotic in terms of the order of the sections. So it is a little bit harder to memorize, but those tiny little bits can be super helpful. Okay, there's another one in this song where she would say, I would cut the, and I think the unedited version, she says the B word, but I don't really know what she says in the edited version. It's almost like they just kind of cut it off. So she says, I would cut the, and then cut. The next section after that is the arm punch, punch, punch here, and then so it's the punching move. Okay, let me pull that up so you can hear it. And also one thing about that section on the map that WERQ created, they call it cut the something punch move. So listen closely here. Right? This one. It's punch, 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 up. So that's another one where you hear cut the chick, and then you've got that punching move. Okay? So these are just some of the quick tips I have for memorizing. There's obviously lots of different strategies, but I truly think like using the map, knowing your music, and letting the music cue you is pretty obvious in terms of helpful things to do. So anyways, thank you so much and happy memorizing.